QB Duel, the ultimate choice for the next 3 years. Imagine you're an NFL general manager with a once-in-a-lifetime decision to make. You have 2 young quarterbacks sitting in front of you, both with the potential to be the face of your franchise for years to come. On your left is Justin Herbert, the 6'6" phenom with an arm that could launch a rocket into orbit. On your right, there's Joe Burrow, the unflappable leader who's already taken his team to the Super Bowl despite being just 2 years into his career. The clock's ticking, and you have to choose one. Who do you pick? It's the ultimate NFL dilemma, Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow for the next 3 years. Both quarterbacks have shown they have what it takes to succeed at the highest level, but they bring different strengths to the table. Herbert's elite physical tools and consistent production make him a tantalizing prospect, while Burrow's leadership, poise under pressure, and playoff success are hard to ignore. Over the next few minutes, we'll dive into the details to help you make an informed decision about which QB is the better choice for the next 3 seasons. Get ready for an in-depth analysis of 2 of the NFL's brightest young stars. Strengths and playing styles. Justin Herbert versus Joe Burrow. Let's take a closer look at what makes Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow stand out from the pack. When it comes to pure arm talent, it's hard to beat Herbert. The Chargers signal caller has a cannon for an arm, able to launch the ball downfield with pinpoint accuracy. But it's not just about raw power. Herbert's mechanics are textbook, from his high staging of the ball to his repeatable release. Even under duress, he makes the right decisions and delivers strikes. On the other side of the coin, there's Joe Burrow. While he may not have the same physical gifts as Herbert, Burrow more than makes up for it with his clutch gene. Time and time again, he's proven that when the game is on the line, he'll find a way to win. Just look at the Bengals' playoff run in 2021. Burrow led his team to multiple nail-biting victories, including a game-winning field goal against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, the only victory over Patrick Mahomes in the postseason by an active QB. But leadership isn't just about fourth-quarter heroics. Burrow's teammates rave about his calm demeanor and ability to rally the troops. He's the kind of guy you want in your huddle when the chips are down. Herbert, on the other hand, leads by example with his consistency and work ethic. He may not be the most vocal presence, but his teammates know they can count on him to deliver, week in and week out. So which playing style is better suited for today's NFL? It's a tough call. Herbert's physical tools are undeniable. He can make throws that few others can, and his ability to create plays with his legs is underrated. But Burrow's intangibles are hard to quantify. He just has that it factor that makes everyone around him better. At the end of the day, both quarterbacks have what it takes to be franchise cornerstones. Herbert's elite arm talent and football IQ give him a sky-high ceiling, while Burrow's leadership and clutch play make him a proven winner. As we dive deeper into the numbers, it'll be fascinating to see how their strengths translate to on-field success. Who puts up better stats? Who elevates their team in the biggest moments? The answers could swing the pendulum in this QB duel. Statistical showdown and leadership qualities. When it comes to the numbers, both Herbert and Burrow have put up impressive stats in their young careers. Herbert has thrown for a whopping 17,223 yards, 114 touchdowns, and 42 interceptions, with a career rating of 95.7. That's the kind of production that makes NFL GMs drool. But don't sleep on Burrow. He's no slouch either. With 14,083 passing yards, 97 touchdowns, 37 interceptions, and a career QBR of 98.6. Those are the kind of numbers that win games and earn respect in the locker room. But stats only tell part of the story. When it comes to leadership, Herbert and Burrow bring different styles to the table. Herbert is known for his calm consistency and intelligence on the field. He's not the type to give fiery speeches or get in his teammates' faces. Instead, he leads by example with his work ethic and attention to detail. His teammates know they can count on him to make the right reads and deliver accurate passes, even in the face of pressure. Burrow, on the other hand, is the definition of a charismatic leader. He's got that it factor that makes his teammates want to run through a brick wall for him. When the game's on the line, Burrow's the one who steps up and makes the big plays. Just look at the Bengals' playoff run in 2021. Burrow led his team to a Super Bowl appearance, and he did it with a swagger that was impossible to ignore. So how do these leadership styles impact their team's performance? It's a fascinating question. Herbert's steady hand has been crucial in keeping the Chargers competitive, even when faced with injuries and other challenges. His ability to stay cool under pressure and make smart decisions has earned him the trust of his teammates and coaches alike. Burrow, meanwhile, has shown that he can elevate his team to new heights with his leadership and clutch play. The Bengals were a laughingstock before he arrived, but with Burrow at the helm, they've become a legitimate contender in the AFC. His confidence and poise in big moments have rubbed off on his teammates, giving them the belief that they can beat anyone on any given Sunday. Of course, leadership isn't everything. Talent and supporting cast matter too, but when you look at the impact Herbert and Burrow have had on their respective teams, it's hard to ignore the value of a great leader under center. Whether it's Herbert's calm consistency or Burrow's fiery charisma, these two young QBs have shown that they have what it takes to be the face of a franchise for years to come. As we look ahead to the next 3 years, it's anyone's guess who will come out on top in this QB duel. Will Herbert's physical tools and steady leadership propel the Chargers to new heights? Or will Burrow's clutch gene and infectious confidence make the Bengals a perennial contender? To find out, we'll have to dig deeper into each quarterback's potential trajectory, taking into account factors like supporting cast, coaching staff, and injury risk. Future projections. Next 3 years for Herbert and Burrow. As we gaze into the crystal ball of the next 3 years, it's impossible not to get excited about the potential trajectories of Herbert and Burrow. For Herbert, the future looks bright. With his elite physical tools and football IQ, he's posed to take the Chargers to new heights. But he'll face some challenges along the way, especially with the departure of key weapons like Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, and Mike Williams in the 2024 offseason. How will he adapt to a new supporting cast? Can he elevate the play of his teammates and lead the Chargers to the promised land? On the flip side, Burrow's path to success seems a bit more clear-cut. He's already proven that he can lead his team to the biggest stage, and with a talented supporting cast that includes Jamar Chase and, for now, T. Higgins, the Bengals look primed for another deep playoff run. But there are some question marks too, namely Burrow's injury history. He's already suffered a number of significant setbacks, including a torn ACL and MCL in 2020. Can he stay healthy and avoid the dreaded injury-prone label? Another factor to consider is the coaching staff. The Chargers made a splash by hiring Jim Harbaugh, who has a track record of success at both the college and pro levels. With Harbaugh at the helm, Herbert will have the opportunity to learn from one of the best in the business. But will Harbaugh's intense, demanding style mesh with Herbert's laid-back personality? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, the Bengals coaching staff has been a model of consistency, with Zach Taylor leading the team to the Super Bowl in just his 3rd season. But with Higgins likely to depart after the 2024 season due to cap constraints, Taylor will need to get creative incorporating new weapons for Burrow. Can he scheme up some new plays and keep the Bengals offense humming? Ultimately, the next 3 years will be a fascinating case study in the importance of supporting cast and coaching. Will Herbert's raw talent be enough to overcome the loss of key playmakers? Can Burrow stay healthy and lead the Bengals to another Super Bowl appearance? These are the questions that will keep fans on the edge of their seats as we watch these two young quarterbacks continue to develop and mature. Making the final decision. So, as we wrap up this QB duel between Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, let's take a final look at what we've learned. Both of these young guns have shown incredible talent and leadership in their short careers, putting up impressive numbers and taking their teams to new heights. Herbert's elite arm and physical tools give him the confidence to be an MVP-caliber player, while Burrow's clutch gene and infectious confidence have already led the Bengals to a Super Bowl appearance. Looking ahead to the next 3 years, it's a tough call on who has the edge. Herbert's addition of Jim Harbaugh to the coaching staff could be a game-changer, and his loaded supporting cast gives him plenty of firepower to work with. But don't count out Burrow, who's shown he can perform on the biggest stage and elevate his team to contender status. At the end of the day, the choice between these two may come down to personal preference. Do you value Herbert's steady leadership and physical tools, or Burrow's clutch performances and swagger? There's no wrong answer. But one thing's for sure, both of these QBs are poised for greatness in the years to come. So, what do you think? Who would you choose for the next 3 years, Herbert or Burrow? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more in-depth analysis and behind-the-scenes stories. If you enjoyed this QB duel, you won't want to miss our take on the NFL's most amazing tight ends beyond Travis Kelce. It's the perfect follow-up to get the full story on the league's top talent. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.